Don't judge this king's choices when you don't understand my reasons.
I lost it all and most counted me out. However, this king didn't fold. Now watch me adjust my crown.
Wait, what's the tagline? Oh, I'm getting a crown. Oh, shit. Practice is over. Now, it's game time for this king.
In the game of chess, there's one king and many pawns. Namaste, bitches.
I mean, girl, it's no shade, but this season, I'm the king who's paid. Watch mother now.
Welcome back to the Realness Behind the Crown Season 2 reunion special. We want to start this segment off by saying, once again, reiterating, we do not condone violence in this show. For that reason, we need to let Tatum cool off.
Good.
And we also are not going to do any more interjections. So if you guys can kind of keep your comments and questions and stuff to the side unless I allow you to, because we want to get through this. And I want to give all of you your ample time to talk about what you need to talk about. Okay?
Mm-hmm. All right.
So let's do this so we can push through this.
Go ahead, Patrick.
Because I want...
Here.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to go back and resume our questioning with Jonas. All right, Jonas. I know you talk a lot about how you very namaste and zen, but when it came to addressing a situation that involved Ryder, a camera was on you in the opposite room and you popped off. Like, is that the real you?
That is a part of who I am, I guess. I mean, is it the real me? I am exactly who I am. There's different sides to me. That was very upsetting because I felt like Tatum came at me on the strength of someone that he doesn't know. Granted, we're not friends, but you're coming at me with an accusation from someone that doesn't really know you and doesn't know me at all. It was upsetting. So that was the reaction.
Okay, well, we actually have Ryder here. Ryder, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Welcome to the Realness Behind the Crown.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you
I have
for
a
being
good
here.
question.
Yes.
So what was your reason for running towards me and pushing me? Because I was standing still and I wasn't saying that to you.
I felt like at that moment, they were having their altercation and you were coming behind me, and I felt like it was in an attempt to jump on Harlem, and that wasn't going to happen while I was standing there.
It would never be an attempt. I would have just did it.
Well, you didn't.
Okay. Ryder, let me ask you a question. You were, where you are, Tatum's realtor. Why did you feel the need to bring up what was going on with Bryce and him to him? Why not just sell the house and move on?
She was messy.
What?
Again, we're not going to keep interrupting.
I'm sorry.
I just want to be
Thank
clear. There was nothing going on. He saw something.
But we already established something was going on, so we're not going to
Something
bring that.
happened. Let's be clear about the timeline.
Happened.
When he saw me,
on,
nothing was going on.
Something happened between the two of you.
Yes.
And something wasn't sexually happening between you and Bryce, but Bryce clearly had some affection towards you. Let's just go with that.
We can go with that.
Okay, we will go with that. Thank you. As you were saying, Ryder?
Like I was saying, realtor, I'm real. So I felt like what I saw needed to be said. That's how I brought it in. And I just felt like I needed to relay the information. Was it messy? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But listen, we all see things. We all run in the same circle. I was just introduced to this circle by Tatum. So I just felt the need to, bring what I saw back.
But I mean, to be introduced to the circle, I would say you have to be introduced to like more than one person. I don't recall you trying to sell houses to anybody else who's sitting on this sofa.
I mean,
or that you knew anybody else
it's
sitting on the
potential.
sofa.
It's potential.
Okay.
So I'm trying to build my listing. I'm new here from New York, so I'm just trying to build up my listing, get what I need to do. So me, saying that to Tatum and bringing that back, I thought it was real. First of all, me and Tatum is developing a friendship as well. So me seeing something like that, I think it was warranted for me to tell him.
Okay. I keep noticing a recurring theme amongst this group of people who step outside the boundaries of their work and make these interpersonal, rather inappropriate connections with so-called clients.
Define boundaries.
Interjecting yourself in their personal
there's nothing
friendships.
set, it can't be a
Sexual.
boundary.
Well, no, it actually can. All boundaries aren't sexual. If someone's my client, I do social media management, by the way, and I'm not sleeping with any of my clients. I'm not involving myself in any of their personal business. What I do outside of growing their Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, or anything else like that, is none of my concern.
Weren't you already friends though before you came to realtor?
Right. But nothing mean
But
nothing but
you two-
me and Tatum was
You and Tatum were friends before
we
this.
was already friends before this, but
I
nothing
thought
mean-
Roman introduced y'all.
Right.
Right.
So where's the story? So I
Yeah,
mean, it's
So Roman introduced us, correct?
okay.
Right. We became friends. I started doing the thing with the realtor. He was looking for a house because I'm a realtor. I started showing him listings.
Okay.
After that, we developed a bond. When I saw what I saw, hell yeah, I felt the need to tell what I saw. I don't see the big issue. I felt like if anybody else was developing a friendship with somebody and they saw what they saw, they would have brought what they brought back.
The big issue, let's go back to what you
He
just
said
said.
Ryder.
I came
He
in
said
to-
Ryder.
I came
He said
in
Ryder.
to make
Yeah.
business. I came in to get new
Okay.
clients, but she came in being messy and fucked that chance up. So that's
But that is a good point, though. If you were trying to
you
build,
come to get big.
Don't worry
That's
about
the
my
boundary.
chance.
That's the boundary that
Don't
was
worry about
crossed.
my
But-
chance.
but-
That's the boundary that was crossed.
Don't worry about my chance.
Agreed.
I got this.
I agree, but still, as he did point out, if you said that your initial thing was to get more clients, that ain't the way to get inside of a
You're right.
potential buyers.
You're right.
Do you have any regrets about how you moved
I
in the
don't.
situation? You would do it
You
all
don't?
over again?
I don't.
Wow.
Sorry. I don't.
Interesting.
I probably would have done it a different way, but yeah, no, I don't have any regrets about bringing it back.
That's a regret.
And how's business going for you here in Atlanta?
Business is going great. You like your house?
I love my house.
She was like, you best.
Yeah, I won't be. I won't be doing it. This is one job. I'm gonna keep that separate from this from the other job. So we're not gonna be doing that at all. Ryder, has anything sexually happened between you and anybody on the cast? Anybody you interested in?
Possible.
Possible.
You
You care to reveal? You care to talk?
This bitch keep coming for me.
No.
I don't understand.
I would love it if y'all two. This is not y'all moment. Stop.
Right.
Stop. Just
She living for a woman. You didn't know.
Thunder.
Hold on.
Thunder.
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 What he said was-
Thunder.
No, hold on. Hold on. Thunder.
Thunder.
It wasn't a
Yo.
dig towards you. It
Yo,
wasn't a dig.
this rumble that you got, chill.
That he
Chill.
just second to it had nothing to do with you.
Okay, I want to talk to Ryder. I want to talk to Ryder. Him. This guy right here. I want to talk to nobody else. Like, stop. 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 For real. Because I'm getting frustrated as fuck. Chill. Go ahead. You were saying there's somebody on the cast that you messed with that you were interested in. Who is it?
I don't feel like I should reveal that right now.
Why not?
Right.
Because you reveal everything else. You telling everybody else's business when I tell your own.
I mean,
I just love the selective choice and action when it comes to different people.
it is what it is. I mean,
It's just not integral.
How's it not integral?
Because you did it in one aspect, but you won't do it in the other when it comes to yourself. Are you afraid of the consequences of the person?
Possibility. That's possible. I'm not afraid of consequences for me. Maybe the consequences for the person.
You're trying to level up a network, right? Get on your show. Pick up your crown. It's waiting for you.
Listen.
Speak.
So, here it is. Jonas and I have something going on.
What?
Oh!
Hold up, bitch. What?
You about to be thunder on what's going like. Hey, babe.
You fought the bitch. You know what?
Whoa.
Jonas.
Listen.
No,
Explain.
Please, yes, please.
Listen.
Ryder, thank you for your time. Jonas.
First of all, nothing about Thunder and I is the same.
But your body counts.
I haven't slept with this cast at all. Let's be
But
clear.
he's
Let's-
you know, he's
how many
not
have you had?
on the main cast. He's,
Okay. So let's be clear
I'm not
again.
counting mine. You've already had Bryce and you.
But I want Thunder. I want to hear from
So,
you. Allow him to vindicate.
I need your answer because that's rubbing me the wrong way.
Why is it rubbing you the wrong way?
I'm talking to you.
Why is it rubbing you
I'm
the
not
wrong
talking
way?
to you.
Okay, I got
Because it
this.
wasn't you?
I got this.
No.
I got this.
It would never be me.
I got
I
this.
want
Why is it
what I want to
rubbing you the
ask
wrong
I
that.
got this. So, again, the situation between Ryder and his conversation with Tatum and all of that transpired. Again, I don't know what it was when I was leaving. Everyone wants to reach out to me.
You just want to sleep with everybody.
So Ryder and I, we spoke. He reached out to me and he wanted to apologize. He apologized for the way that things went down. I will give it to him. He stands 10 toes on the fact that he saw what he saw. It was the reality for him. I explained myself. We had that conversation while I was in DC. We continued to communicate, and here we are.
Y'all been doing it then? Y'all been doing it upside down nasty?
I don't think that he said that we were doing that. We're
I'm
getting
asking.
to know each other. We're
I'm
in a
asking.
very happy space.
I'm
Very
asking.
happy space.
Very happy
I'm asking.
I don't know if I know Jonas anymore.
I don't know if I know Jonas either. Jonas, let me ask you a question. You had a number of romances this season. I was really surprised. Not that you're not an attractive guy, but
Thank you.
you was getting around.
I
So
think.
we know about Bryce. We now know about Ryder. Did anything we know about Zion? Did anything happen between you and Ulysses? Because Ulysses was definitely giving the vibe.
Absolutely not.
Listen, the hand grab, yes.
Yes, so Ulysses never came at me. He never approached me on that level.
He didn't?
So no. I mean, the touch was a little confusing for me, but no, there was nothing going on between Ulysses.
Okay, well, Ulysses, I have this note that was sent to me by production during the break that I want to read. And I don't want anybody interrupting because I want this to be heard completely. It says, Dear Jonas, I want to thank you for working beside me as my intern. I feel like you were an angel sent thanks to Harlem. You know the saying, if you ask God for help, he will send someone to deliver. Honestly, since you have been around, the energy has been more calm and delightful. Don't get me wrong, my job is a blessing spreading the gospel, but it can be a lot, especially if people are holding you to a standard. Like I said, since you have been around, the energy has shifted a whole lot. I might need to wear those crystals and meditate like you to keep the same aura around me once the internship is done. Thank you for dropping off that package that day. If you hadn't done that, I don't know where my career as a pastor would have gone. I won't discuss the details as of yet, but just know you're the best. As a token of my appreciation of your hard work, I have enclosed a $100,000 check, and you can start your own yoga business. If you ever need anything, know that I am one prayer away. Love, Ulysses. That's how you started your yoga business?
Details. What are the details?
Did you know, new man?
Oh, what you sitting up for?
What are the details?
Because they don't just give $100K away without some work being done.
Listen, there was nothing.
That wasn't the Lord's
you know
work.
this. Like,
Do you know this?
well, okay.
Bitch, I don't know a lot.
Bitches on his knees and he went praying.
Oh,
You know about needs and being used.
okay, well, I want him to answer.
Ulysses and I, clearly, we had nothing going on.
Not clearly.
This is the first that I'm hearing about this.
Okay.
So, to be clear, everything that happened in DC was on my own merit. I mean, if there's an enclosed check,
Details.
I'm going to. The details are exactly what they are. You know, we don't do that.
Just get to know each other.
Don't do
No,
that.
fuck him. Don't get to know each other.
The thing
How?
about it, though,
How?
is...
How do you know this person?
Wait a minute.
He was a cause of this big ass bullshit situation at their housewarming.
Your problem
And
is
I stepped up for
Your
you
problem's next
to
door.
do it.
I understand what you're
Wait a
saying.
minute, pause.
All right. Can we go to break?
Y'all are lying.
This is a bunch
Y'all
of
are lying. Y'all are... Let's go ahead. All right, this one is from Philip 55. Jonas, do you truly feel that moving to DC was the best decision for you, even after the way Harlem showed his ass? Especially also knowing that your best friend, quote unquote, Nigel, really needed you, nigga.
Nigga, okay.
I showed
That's
Not my
an
name.
NIGGA, so...
Right. So me moving to DC was for me. Everything that Nigel was going through, I was there for him in the capacity that he allowed me to be. He needed to do what he needed to do for himself. I was there for him. As far as Harlem, I don't think that Harlem showed his ass. Harlem reacted to everything that went down. I think that the number one factor in all of the mess that goes on is the individual that's not here. Every time there's a situation, it's something that he brings up, or we talked about him not drinking. Him not drinking this season didn't change anything. He was still toxic the entire season.
Wow.
So that's
quite a
to me
statement.
that's the mold, if you will, that creates all the drama. And I'm not going to say that my friend, what he did would make me not want to move. I was moving for myself, and he was moving for what he needed to move for. So I'm not going to change my plans based off of his situation.
Before we close out, I just want to give you my personal advice. Maybe I can bring you some peace and tranquility.
Okay.
I wouldn't sleep with nobody else related to this group. Like at least 30 degrees of separation. I know Atlanta is this big, but this wasn't even half a snap.
At all.
So yeah. But with that, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. You are watching season 2 reunion special of Realness Behind the Crown. I'm your host, Michael Jean-Pierre, and I need an aspirin. We'll be back in a flash.
Do you watch ACTV?
Who is it? You saucy.
You're non-existent anyway. You're not around.
But no, you the one who talked about
shake. Let me see it shake, shake.
Before you pass too much judgment or get in your own head about things, you should assess the situation for what it may be.
Shake. Let me see it shake, shake, shake. Let me see it shake, shake, shake. Let me see it shake, 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 shake.
So me and you are two different type of bitches.
Nigga feeling 38 in the pants, nigga getting. It's about to be a scene when I'm hitting it. Stop playing with a nigga.
You want us to go back to how it was? All of the sexual energy and stuff that we had, you want all of that?
I've never been with a bitch.
Now literally, I go to therapy on my own, bitch.
Oh shit.
Wood on a bitch, I'ma make her switch.
I am Shantika Wallace, the love goddess. I am, yes.
This shit, never think I'm a hoe. I ain't fucking with a nigga who ain't dropping the dough. And I ain't fucking with a bitch who can't make me grow. Ha ha. Double time. She doing tricks on the dick looking for.
You know what? Next time I'm just gonna fuck you up. That's a threat.
Woman, play on my mind. Yeah. Shake, shake. Let me see it shake, 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 shake.
I'm gonna for 7 o'clock fish dinner I need to get to, okay? Now, Harlem.
Oh my God.
What is going on?
Baby, alive.
Let me tell you something. You have been on a Joker, Harley Quinn, DC Comics ride this last season, and I am not jealous of you. How are you?
I'm actually well. I'm doing really well.
Did you get into that
I guess towards me at the end of the season, I'm doing very well.
Okay, because
very well.
Last season, I mean, you were still dealing with your court case involving the minor. You lost your man. You saw your man with somebody else. Found out that a former friend had introduced said people to each other. And then you transitioned to DC. We found out that you murdered somebody.
No. Well, go ahead. What was that?
And yeah. And you can really say that you're okay?
I'm all right. I'm in a place right now where I can actually say, if I were in Jonah's shoes, I would say I'm namaste.
Okay.
But, you know, she got shit going on, so that's
okay. How's your documentary coming along? Because from my understanding, everybody gone. Zion's not involved anymore. Ulysses.
Well, Zion wasn't really necessarily involved in the documentary.
Oh, he was involved with you.
Yeah.
It was Denim.
Denim was involved in it.
It was it was so many boys this season. Y'all just brought a lot of people around this year. Yeah. I'm sorry. Denim and Ulysses. What happened with that? Because both of them left and went to Chicago.
So, to my knowledge, they went to Chicago to get Denim some help. He has got said help. Is doing much better.
Okay.
We talk 2-3 times a week. Those are my buddies. I miss them dearly.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll be able to link up soon. You know, catch up. Maybe they'll come here. I don't know if I'm moving back here, but you know, just to maybe rekindle something. Maybe introduce them to mother, but the mother folks, you know, I can give 2 fucks about.
And that is
okay. Okay. So. I
don't understand what your issue is. Think like you seriously, you are drained.
Wait a minute. No, Ryder. New man. You new here. You're new. You're new. Perfect. We're gonna talk. Get back to it. Okay.
Yes.
So we're talking about documentary.
Yes. So with the documentary, we wrapped the documentary up with the footage that I did, you know, take what we saw on camera for this season was not all that we took.
Gotcha.
There were some great moments with the guys. We really dug deep into getting into their real lives and putting together the piece is really good, and it's actually pushing me into one of my next adventures as into videography. So I'm looking to do more of that. I'm looking to get into photography, and I'm tapping on you soon, honey, to come get some work with you.
Okay.
As well as I'm looking to write a book.
Well, are you going to be doing all that from behind bars? Because your court case is still
No, baby, let's be clear. It's not.
What's going on with that?
We're good. Again, they dropped the charges.
Okay.
They dropped the charges before it made it to court. So we're good to go. I don't have my jobs at either at the school or the university any longer, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Like I said, it was a learning lesson for me.
What did you learn?
Certain things, certain boundaries should not be crossed.
Okay.
Things happen, boundaries get crossed, and I should not have crossed them. We're human. We fuck up.
Okay.
You learn from your mistakes, and it is what it is. I don't know why you bucking your neck, because you make plenty of mistakes.
Wow, right, because you saying that, but then bitch, when I apologize for what I did, you still holding me accountable for that, and I'm already
but he's not going to accept accountability for that. He's not going to accept
but we human, we make mistakes, and
but he's not going to accept it.
Wow. No, you are.
I don't
we
need
not
you
gonna talk
chiming
about
in.
you, bitch.
Stop.
Because you on a whole motherfucking
Stop.
level, bitch. We're not gonna do you
Stop.
right now, bitch. You had your time.
Stop. I don't need you chiming in. It is Harlem's turn.
Because you are just from the motherfucking gun.
Let's go ahead and
Namaste that
establish.
shit. You ain't nowhere namaste, bitch.
He's
You
not
are
going to
even
accept your
namaste,
apology.
bitch.
We're going to leave it
And
there.
that's fine, but I'm just trying to say what he just said. Something about we human, we make mistakes. I made a mistake.
Michael.
Okay.
The fuck?
Yes. Okay. So Harlem, that's done.
Yes.
How do you feel about your newfound freedom? Because that was weighing really, really heavy on you, and it cost you a lot.
It was. To lose everything, and hence that was part of the reason why me up and leaving to go to DC.
Right.
When we actually got to DC, and I asked you, I was like, do you feel as if we made a mistake by up and leaving the area? I felt like I was running from everything, but in reality, I wasn't running. I had nothing else left. The shit that I did with the student cost me my jobs. It cost me my relationship with Maxwell. It did, and at a point where I wanted to see if it was still a possibility to be with him, I was beating a dead horse, as Jonas said. So why would I continue to do that? He didn't want me any longer, so nobody took nothing from me. Let's be very clear on that. Let's be crystal clear on it. Not one soul took that man from me. We were already done because of a mistake that I made.
Okay. It's the accountability for me. I'm glad to see it. I'm really glad to see it because a lot this season when you kept talking, I'm like, well, you did. Well, this is right. This is the repercussion of your actions. And I'm glad to see at the reunion you're saying, okay, I did this, I fucked up, and it cost me this.
Yeah. And the only thing I can do, only thing you can do moving forward is to move the fuck forward.
Because I would love to see a lot more accountability in this group right here. A lot of people say, you know, I did this because you did this, or this happened. No, you did it because you fucking wanted to do it. Let's be real about it, out of your own volition. So straight up about that. So I do have the audience had a lot of questions for you.
Well,
a lot of questions. Okay. Big one right here. This is from Sylvester, what's up, 55. Are you seeking therapy from all your skeletons and demons being disclosed for the world to see?
Ooh. I'm not, am I in the process of considering, I'm not.
You're not, wait, pause, you're not in any therapy?
At the moment, no. I'm in the process of looking to get into therapy.
That's irresponsible.
Yes. Why?
Because I think you should have been in therapy.
Possibly I should have. I should have.
But that's a personal opinion.
No, it's not a personal, it's a fact. It should be for who?
From who and from where?
You've been dealing with multiple traumatic situations for well over a year now.
Right.
At any point in time, by now you should have been well
that I should have been sought out for therapy?
Yeah, that's a responsible act to do.
So in your life, in the things that you do, you've been sought therapy.
I have.
Okay, and that works for you. Everybody has their own journey, and when they get to their things and their points, when they're ready for that, I'm getting there. I haven't got there yet.
I mean, how long is it going to take for you to get
However long it takes.
Because the thing about it is, it's not. Let me just say this. Let me say this. This wound that you have.
Did he just say that?
You might not have inflicted it, but it is your responsibility to heal it. Because if not, you're gonna bleed out on everybody else.
And that's I
see a lot of blood shooting out.
But see, the thing about it is, baby, you don't have to seek therapy to get yourself together where you need to go. Is therapy an additional source into getting yourself together and giving you assistance? Yes, but it's not necessarily everybody's route that they need to go to. But at the end of the day, yes, I'm going to seek therapy. Don't tell me that I should have been got into therapy. That's not your decision.
Mental health matters. We'll move along.
Hashtag what?
Hashtag mental health matters.
It does. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And I'll get there when I get there. Not on your watch or anyone else's.
Okay, because I'm not paying for it.
I know you're not.
I mean,
So
it's
let's move
fine.
forward. Next question.
We will. We are. Fast forwarding. Now,
She started.
what else are you hiding from this friend circle outside of being a murderer?
Well, if we actually went into the season and watched the season, I told Jonas and cleared that up. I actually did not murder this man. It felt as if I felt as if I did because of how things panned out back when I was a child.
Okay.
The shit that I did because of how this man was actually involved in me and loved on me caused him to do the thing that caused him to kill himself. And I felt as myself, because of what I did, and I didn't love him the way that he loved me, pushed him to do that. So that's why I say I feel as if I killed that man. I mean, not literally, figuratively. I feel as if I killed him because of what I did. Had he not walked in on me and Chase and saw us in that action, and was already trying to continually push us to get further in our relationship, and I really wasn't there. I just wanted the title at the time. We were kids. So when that moment happened, and he saw it and shot himself in front of me, I felt like I killed that man.
You know, they say karma doesn't have a statute of limitations. Do you feel like your life now is karmatic drama based on what you did from back in the day?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I don't.
Jonas, how do you feel? How did you feel?
So all this over here, you just letting that keep going, and I'm trying to keep it here with you.
No,
Stay with you. But these three bitches over here is a carry.
I'm focusing on you, and I'm not listening to this. I want to.
I said what I said.
You're doing a good job.
Listen, because Ryder, you can stop. I don't want to make you go sit back in the back where we had.
I mean, because
Put her back in the closet. Put her back in the closet.
Here too. I want everybody to have their time. I want everybody to have their time. Okay, that's what I want us to do. So, because I feel like you're going to say something. Was you going to say something? Okay, please don't.
She don't need to.
Jonas, when he disclosed to you the murder situation, not knowing all the facts involved, what were your thoughts? What were running through your head? Because I was screaming like, oh my God, like nobody did a background check? Like what the hell is going on? Production.
I don't know that I believed it, obviously. I just didn't.
We feel that and knew that. You dragged it. You dragged it for a while.
There was some tension between the two of y'all. Like it just. Where's y'all friendship at right now?
Yeah, we're good. As far as I'm concerned, I know
well. It's just
wait a minute. I can't even hear them.
Yeah, shut up.
No, you shut
up. Stop. Jonas.
I know that there were some things that I did that may not have been in support of my friend and what he was going through. I relayed some information to Zion about his situation, but it wasn't on the strength of attempting to be messy. It was heavy on my chest as well, and I didn't necessarily have an outlet. Every time I tried to talk to him, it was an attack. And I get it, but it just came out when I spoke to Zion, and I apologized then, and I apologized publicly. Like, I should not have done that.
Yeah, that as well as going to dig up to see and find what actually happened. That situation when we had that conversation of that big blow up in my house, that was because of some shit some wrong shit that you did. I would have never dug that deep, and to look into a situation like that. When we did you sat down to do a documentary with me, and was going to get ready to go into the thing about your foster care situation and the shit that happened then, and you stopped. Did I press that?
You didn't.
No,
you didn't.
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
I knew how bad that situation could have been for you mentally and emotionally. I didn't press that shit as your friend.
I respect it. And again, I looked because I wasn't getting any answers from you. Was I wrong? Some would say yes. I felt like
I would say yes.
Okay.
I would say yes. It's a betrayal of trust.
I don't think. Well, again, Harlan wasn't saying anything.
But that's the thing about it. It just is
and
right.
let's be clear. I'm sorry.
But he gave you the courtesy of when you got to a point where you were too troubled to talk about something. Say, okay, well, we can stop. But you didn't do that for him. You actually went to an outside person who's not really quite related to y'all, who could have actually went to the police and like, yo, this guy did such and such. Like, it could have been way bigger and worse.
And it could have. I agree. I'm not going to say that I felt like I was wrong. I was curious as to what happened. And
so, accountability.
I looked up the information because I wanted to know.
Okay. But no, I'm just saying what you just said right now. I'm not going to say, no, I think you should, but we'll move along. We'll just go along. We'll go along with that.
I apologize.
Have you spoken to the accepted apology? Oh, well, good. I'm glad we can do that. Have you and Maxwell had any conversation since?
No, we haven't, and I'm happy. I'm completely fine with it. Let him deal with that piece of shit over there. I'm good with it.
See this one one more time.
One. What's up? Who thought this was? The fuck you thought this was, Stank? What in the world? What's up?
Stank in your seat, Kenya Moore.
Excuse me.
How did this happen?
All right.
How did this happen? Oh, how she didn't go ahead at me? Because she got mad at what the fuck I said. No, I didn't. She wants some more. What's up?
Take it.
My shoes. No, I ain't lose. I'm gonna lose. Yeah. That bitch ought to lose. The fuck?